Alrighty, guys. Here we are. Carl Hayden versus Gilbert Christian High School Varsity. This is going to be the greatest match you guys are going to see this entire season out of any team, I guarantee you. This is number 2, Carl Hayden versus number 7, Gilbert Christian High School. And yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoy this match. Alrighty. It looks like we're actually getting right into things here. I didn't even know we were starting. So, it looks like Elf will be fighting Little Mac. This is ES Phoenix, bro. This guy's my GOAT. I love Carl Hayden, people. But today we don't, because Elf needs to win this, bro. There is a pro player on Carl Hayden varsity, so we need to win this so that we can have an easy victory. However, the Little Mac player is starting off strong, getting already 56% against Elf. Here we go. Little Mac getting Elf to the critical percent here momentarily. However, Elf could always make a huge comeback, especially considering that he can edge guard Little Mac really easily. But there's a counter, and Elf has been in disadvantage this entire game so far. This just shows that this team is no joke that we're fighting right now. And Elf, due to bad DI, will lose his first stock without even dealing 70% to this Little Mac player. ES Phoenix is definitely locking in for sure to make sure that he's getting these sets, because it opens the door wide open for Carl Hayden if either this Little Mac or Hikari, who's the other player on Carl Hayden, gets that victory. But here comes Elf! No, he misses! That was his door wide open there. KO Punch is online right now. Elf in the most dangerous position of the entire season, and that is the stock. What a KO Punch, man. This Little Mac player is no joke, and as we're already seeing, Elf is down by a lot. But just as quickly as he lost his percent, he can make it back with a nice edge guard against this Little Mac. He needs to grab more, but he's off stage. And Little Mac's not dead again. Here comes the Little Mac player getting Elf to the critical percent once again. However, Elf answering back, trying to get the first stock. Elf getting a nice dodge in there, and he did it up smash. Okay, this was a little bit of a rough start, but that is okay because wow, that's not okay because Little Mac took the first game of the set. Man, that was so fast, dude. Okay, Elf needs to lock in for sure. However, while we were talking to him about what he could do better inside this game, let's direct our attention to the scoreboard here. So, as we see, we have number 7 GCHS versus number 2 Carl Hayden High School. And it looks like that Little Mac will take that first game, and that will be represented in the yellow boxes right there. So that's the current set score. So all of our sets are best of 3 here for all of our non-esports players watching. And whoever wins 2 games wins the best of 3 set, and they score a point toward that bottom middle score underneath our GCHS emblem. It's in that small lettering 0-0 right now. Whoever gets that score to 3 first wins the entire match and moves on to the in-person finals. This is absolutely insane, dude. I don't even know what to say. But for now, I'm going to talk to our team. Alright, after a very swift first match being in the favor of Carl Hayden High School, Elf is backing our team into the corner just a little bit, but he will push us right back out of the corner with this game right here. 3, 2, 1, let's begin. Here comes both players just filling each other out. However, ES Phoenix already locking in here and getting 35%, but Elf definitely answering back a lot better than he did at the start of the last game. Both of these players staying relatively even in percent so far. That could have been really bad there. That could have been a shield break. However, here comes Elf. Not able to get the PK Thunder. That's going to be difficult playing around counter just a little bit, but if Elf gets one good read, it is over for this Little Mac player. And that one good read could come right now. KO punch online. Not online anymore, though. Here comes Elf doing so much better inside of this game number 2. Back throw off stage. Little Mac off stage once again. The counter, however, getting this Little Mac to critical percent is Elf. And once again, Elf cannot connect that PK Thunder. This Little Mac is definitely very good at recovering, and the F tilt will do it for Little Mac. This is really bad for Elf. However, things are staying more even than they were last game, which is definitely a lot better. Elf playing a lot more defensive this game. Here comes Elf. He has not taken any percent yet on this second stock. Oh my gosh, without the rage, Elf cannot kill off the top like he usually does. And the backdoor will do it. Here comes Elf, only suffering 28% on his second stock before taking the first stock of ES Phoenix. That was almost a really good read coming from Little Mac. However, here comes Elf. Having the possibility of killing him right there, sadly not. Oh, what a great, I was going to say, what a great connection for ES Phoenix there. However, Elf barely able to dodge out of it. Getting that second grab in there. Here comes Elf. Throwing ES Phoenix off stage once again. And Little Mac is dead. Oh, Little Mac is not quite dead yet. Oh no, that was a really bad PK freeze, but Elf still luckily alive. Getting a free recovery from hitting that PK fire. Oh, and the F tilt will do it once again. Little Mac punches so hard, especially with a character as light as Lucas. That's going to be a big struggle for Elf. However, Elf still keeping things even here, keeping ES Phoenix on his toes. If this goes to Game 3, I guarantee you that Elf will be winning it because of how much adaptation he is doing so far. Here comes Elf, hitting him with the proper moves. Oh no, the PK Thunder does not hit, but PK Fire once again sending ES Phoenix off stage. And Elf, what a good read on that. What is that? I forgot if that's side B or down B, but I'm pretty sure that's side B from Little Mac. That's neutral B. Oh shoot, that is neutral B. Whoops, that just shows how much I know about Little Mac. However, here comes both these players at even percent on their final stock. However, Little Mac has the ability to kill so much earlier than Elf. But Elf, though, getting Little Mac in disadvantage once again, taking the lead for the first time inside of game number 2. Oh, that's it! He shielded the down angle. That's it right there. Oh, man. Alright, and with that, we are now in a really bad position inside of this game already, just 2 games in. But that is okay because, yeah, we have to now beat the pro player. So that will be really difficult. Alright, well. Oh, that's just great. Alrighty, up next will be Mr. Elsa, which is a little bit of a deviation from our usual order. However, we think that me versus Biff is a lot better than Pac-Man versus Biff, so we'll try that out because I've never actually fought Biff before. However, Mr. Elsa did fight Biff once, and yeah, he got kind of cooked. So we'll see how I do against Biff inside of game number 3. All right. We have to play absolutely out of our minds to clutch up this game here. However, I believe in our team because we are definitely able to get a good game. Give Carl Hayden a run for their money here. This is a good team, dude. I don't know how, like, physically... Bro. Yeah. Okay, so let me update the scoreboard here for you guys. So currently, Carl Hayden has taken that first game against our school, but we've been in this position before where we lost game number 1. Not in a while, though, so it will take a lot of effort from us to make a little bit of a comeback here. However, we do see Mr. Elsa coming up against Hikari's Joker. So we decided to send Mr. Elsa up against Hikari, like I said, so that we have a higher chance of me fighting Biff, because that's our best chance of winning here, because Mr. Elsa did kind of get cooked by Biff that one time. So we think that we'd rather throw in like the wild card than have to play something that has already happened before. Alrighty, here comes Hikari versus Mr. Elsa. Joker versus Pac-Man. Will GCHS be able to tie up the score here? We will find out in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Mr. Elsa immediately getting that lead here. However, here comes Hikari getting 38% already, and it is still racking up, especially with all of those up moves. Both of these players staying relatively even here. They are playing absolutely out of their mind today, especially knowing what is on the line here with the playoff state championship on the line. Here comes Mr. Elsa having Galaxian in hand now. This is the peak percent for Mr. Elsa to use his combo. However, oh, that was almost really bad there. However, Mr. Elsa is able to get out of the up air loops. Arsene online, and Mr. Elsa reading that landing option from Joker. Really good job from him there. Here comes Mr. Elsa trying to get as much extra credit as possible. However, Hikari trying to steal things off on this first stock, especially with Arsene being online here in a moment. And the Rebels Guard will make Arsene online here in the next hit. Arsene now being online, Mr. Elsa can die at any moment to any move, in fact. Mr. Elsa trying to recover. A counter coming out from Hikari's Joker. However, it does not hit, and Mr. Elsa with Bell in hand. That's a lot of damage right there for Mr. Elsa. 63% extra credit already against Hikari. Here comes Mr. Elsa. Ready to go here. Already at 147%. He is almost entering into the max rage percent. Can he get Hikari's Joker to the critical percent before he loses his first stock? We will have to find out. However, Mr. Elsa sent offstage once again. Really good job at keeping Mr. Elsa in disadvantage coming from Hikari. However, Mr. Elsa is still getting those little bit of chip damage here and there, which is keeping him in the lead here. And his survivability is absolutely insane inside of this game number 1. However, this could be very dangerous. Mr. Elsa at 183 against Joker. This is absolutely unbelievable. However, oh, that's it right there. There's no way he survives that. Okay, there you go. Finally, Hikari is able to take that first stock against Mr. Elsa. Alrighty, here comes Mr. Elsa trying to steal off the second stock. And Hikari almost SDs, but Mr. Elsa saves him. However, he is able to get the nice edge guard pickup. Still clip farming somehow in the playoffs, bro. Mr. Elsa is just out here just for the memes at this point. Galaxian in hand. This could be very bad for Hikari. He's already lost 21% on his final stock. Mr. Elsa going for the nice combos. Things are so quiet in the esports room as Mr. Elsa locks in. Arsene online now for Joker. However, Mr. Elsa is making that timer go down. The thing about Joker is he gets Arsene very early on. However, if he gets hit while Arsene is active, his time with Arsene actually goes down, so he does not get his power play if you stay in advantage, which is actually what Mr. Elsa is doing right now. Hikari has not been able to get many hits off on Mr. Elsa as his Arsene is online, and Mr. Elsa already making Arsene go offline here for Hikari's Joker. I was worried about the Hayden there. I thought Hayden was going to screw Mr. Elsa over a little bit. However, Mr. Elsa is still alive, and already 85% is Hikari's Joker. And Mr. Elsa with Bell in hand. This could be the game right here, folks. However, Mr. Elsa decides to use up the Bell right now. Maybe try to get a different fruit in hand. Opening up for more options as well is what that getting rid of that fruit is doing. Mr. Elsa with, I don't know if that's Key or Bell. That is Bell. That could have been the game right there. However, Mr. Elsa misses the forward smash that would have ended off this game. However, this is it right here. Bang! Let's go, Mr. Elsa. All right. Oh, I see.
So I have to go for a roar there, scratching, or something like that. But I can't. So I threw Bell on ledge because I wanted to guarantee a safe recovery.
Yeah.
So, okay. I think I got this.
Alrighty, here we go, guys. So Mr. Elsa is able to take game number 1 against Hikari's Joker, and this puts us in a very favorable position here. Joker now backed into the corner here, and Mr. Elsa threatening to even out the score here. However, we still have to face Biff here, and Biff is going to be our toughest challenge yet inside of our esports program. We thought Zizono at the tournament was going to be our toughest challenge, but Biff is undefeated on the season. He has not dropped a single individual game this season, so we have to make him drop his first 2 games of the season if we want even a shot at making it to the final 4 here. So that is a challenge for me and possibly Mr. Elsa as well to face inside of today's games. However, here comes Hikari, still trying to make sure that we have to beat Biff twice by winning a set for himself. Hey, even taking a single set off of Carl Hayden Esports would be a huge achievement for our team, especially considering that our team is only 3 years old and we are able to make it this far consistently inside of the playoff season. So that is a very huge goal for our team here. Oh yeah. It looks like we're going. Oh, it looks like we're going back to the same stage as last time. But like I was saying, though, even taking a set off of this team would be a huge achievement for us. So we're hoping to do that right now.
3, 2, 1.
Alrighty, 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. I can already tell that Hikari has not backed down quite yet, and he is going to continue to try and get his percent and possibly games here. Mr. Elsa being the benefactor of this early game here, already getting 41% against Joker. However, Hikari keeping Mr. Elsa in disadvantage once again, and with that side B connecting, Mr. Elsa will take little bits of chip damage, which will bring Hikari into the lead here. But both these players are still keeping things so even. Mr. Elsa's survivability, though, has proved to be very, very strong this game, especially the fact that he's been able to kill so much earlier than he has inside of previous games. So, Mr. Elsa is aiming to do that. However, here comes Arsene, which is online now. Oh, that could have been it right there. However, Hikari misses the down spike, and Mr. Elsa stays alive on his second stock. Mr. Elsa with Bell in hand, this could be very dangerous for Hikari. He could lose an early stock to the Bell confirms. Really good check coming from Mr. Elsa. Oh my gosh, what the heck? I don't even know what happened right there. Mr. Elsa just trying to get a little bit greedy there, going for that kill option. Sadly, it does not work out. And Mr. Elsa at 129%, the critical percent. And Hikari has the bell, and Mr. Elsa spot dodges and gets hit by that forward smash, losing his first stock before Hikari inside of this game number 2. Mr. Elsa getting still too greedy for that kill option, and he is losing some percent for that. Hikari already getting 23% extra credit on his on Mr. Elsa's second stock right here. However, here comes Mr. Elsa trying to lock it here, getting Hikari to the critical percent now. However, Joker's Arsene will be online here in a moment. And speaking of Arsene, here comes Arsene. Mr. Elsa in a very dangerous position right now. Arsene can kill so early for Joker, and at the very least get a lot of percent racked up. And that is that early kill that Hikari was looking for. Already getting 2 stocks off of Mr. Elsa before he's lost his first one. And there we go. Hikari has now lost his first stock. However, Mr. Elsa, with how dominantly he was able to win game number 1, I trust that he is able to make a comeback here. But Mr. Elsa needs that opening, which he's not finding so far in this game. And Hikari is stealing all those openings for himself. Already 9%. Hey, we all start somewhere. Both players are even percent now, but however, the difference is that Hikari is 1 stock in the lead, and now with Arsene, Mr. Elsa is once again in that very dangerous position. Mr. Elsa needs to find these openings right now to limit the amount of time that Hikari will have Arsene active, which he's already doing so well. Mr. Elsa just throwing a plethora of fruit at Hikari, and they are all connecting so far, which is really nice to see for him. But Joker staying on the offensive here and is not able to give Mr. Elsa any time to breathe to charge some fruit. He is not able to get many fruit above orange that often. Here comes both of these players. Mr. Elsa 51% and Hikari 84%. At this rate, it looks like Mr. Elsa will be able to make a comeback here by the end of the game. However, he needs to get this stock as soon as possible before Hikari is able to do anything else. Bell disappearing on Hikari's shield there. Mr. Elsa a little bit confused by that. However, Hydrant will send Hikari into disadvantage, and Mr. Elsa with the bell. And that is it right there. A perfect ledge setup that not many people know how to get by. Thank you everyone who's in the chat right now cheering on our team. We greatly appreciate it, seeing all of the support here coming from you guys. However, Mr. Elsa here, 81% to his name. However, Hikari is at 0% on his final stock. So both players are on their final stock though. And with a Galaxian in hand, Mr. Elsa can turn the tides here, as he's done in the past. Here comes Mr. Elsa getting 33% on this Joker player already. However, Joker looking to end this game right now. Mr. Elsa catching Joker, but because of that, he is able to get Arsene. Joker, now with Arsene, is a very dangerous position for Mr. Elsa to be in, and the landing forwarder actually will not do it yet, contrary to what I originally thought was going to happen. And Mr. Elsa dodging the counter once again. He's doing so good at that this game so far. Hikari just trying to space all of these moves properly to get Mr. Elsa off the stage. Mr. Elsa at max rage. However, this opens the door wide open for Mr. Elsa to get... Oh, any pineapples.
That is such a small area. Pineapple.
Oh my gosh, Mr. Elsa looking like he's going to make the comeback there. However, he does pineapple, and that gives this Joker player a 1-to-1 lead. Mr. Elsa admitting that he got a little bit too comfortable, and he will be locking in here to secure our set number 1. Now see, we're already just a little bit cooked because of us having to beat Biff once, but if we even have to fight Biff twice and win, that will be even worse for our team. So Mr. Elsa ensuring that is not a reality for us. already staying on the same stage again. We have not changed platforms yet here for these two players, and that just shows how evenly matched these two are. Game 3 right here, same stage as last time. Here comes Mr. Elsa's Pac-Man versus Hikari's Joker. 3, 2, 1, good luck, have fun, guys. Let's begin. Mr. Elsa immediately getting that 10%, getting that first hit against Hikari. And here goes Mr. Elsa getting the Glacier confirmed, getting 48% on this Joker already. Mr. Elsa taking a nice early lead here, definitely locking in compared to the last game, just a little bit. But against a team like this, you could not unlock in for sure, and Mr. Elsa cannot get too comfortable against Hikari. However, with Arsene active right now for Hikari's Joker, we will see Mr. Elsa having to lock in. Mr. Elsa has taken so much percent already against Joker. Here comes Mr. Elsa getting some nice confirms with that down air, trying to get some percent. However, Joker still having Arsene after all this time, and finally it disappears, and Mr. Elsa is able to recover back to the stage. Mr. Elsa now actually down on percent here, which is just evidence to show how horrifying Arsene can be. Mr. Elsa entering the critical percent now. That could have been a very bad situation for Mr. Elsa. However, Mr. Elsa barely able to dodge Hikari's ledge trump back air confirmed that I have actually died to in tournament before. So that just is evidence to show how good these people are. However, Arsene might be intact here in a moment, and that will be a huge problem for Mr. Elsa to have to deal with. And speaking of Arsene, here it is. Mr. Elsa needing to lock in now to get this first stock. Almost a back air for Hikari. However, Mr. Elsa trying to get some confirms for his own. However, he does not have a move that is as consistent as Joker's back air, so that will be a big problem for him to have to face. Mr. Elsa getting a little bit forward smash happy, and that gives Hikari an easy way to get these confirms. However, no DI, and Hikari loses his first stock. Mr. Elsa at the max rage percent now. Mr. Elsa needing to lock in and get some extra credit before he loses his stock right here. This is a very similar situation to what happened before between Mr. Elsa and Hikari instead of game number 1, and Mr. Elsa was the winner of that. So that will be very huge if Mr. Elsa was able to do that once again, stay alive until about 180 to 200%. However, a grab will definitely come out for Joker. And here comes Arsene active. Mr. Elsa needing to lock in against Hikari's Joker, Arsene. Here comes Apple. Oh, actually the side beam almost kills for Joker. I've never actually seen that kill before, so that's actually really interesting. I didn't know that had the possibility of doing that. But I guess Mr. Elsa is at a very late percent already at 184, and Key actually almost killing because of how much rage Mr. Elsa is on. And the hydrant setup, I hate that hydrant setup so much, but I love it once again when Mr. Elsa is using it for our team's advantage here. However, that will be the stock there. Actually, that is not the stock. Carl Hayden has no rage anymore on those moves, so Mr. Elsa is still able to stay alive somehow. And being at max rage himself, Mr. Elsa finding himself at 211%, trying to get some more extra credit on this final stock for Joker. Here comes Arsene, however, and Mr. Elsa definitely in a very dangerous position right now with Arsene being online. Anything could kill here. Even that side B, which actually almost killed earlier, which was a little bit surprising to me. Here comes Mr. Elsa, though, immediately getting off on some great percent there, getting Arsene to 74. Actually does not decide to stall on Arsene using his spawn platform immunity. That is a very interesting decision for Mr. Elsa. Once again, ducking under that Bell. That is a very interesting way Hikari has been able to dodge Bell. I've never even considered something like that before, but it works for a character as slim as Joker. Mr. Elsa trying to find his way to this final stock right now. 82% already for Hikari's Joker. And Hikari sent off stage. Mr. Elsa here with the key in hand. Oh, and that will charge Arsene. That was a bad key there for Mr. Elsa, and that will charge Arsene. Oh, that will be it. Oh, that is not it, actually. I thought that was going to be it there for Mr. Elsa. Just barely surviving that down air into up smash confirmed. That would have been a very dangerous death there for Mr. Elsa. Oh, that was really close. What a great attempt coming from Hikari's Joker. However, Mr. Elsa not backing down quite yet. And Hikari entering almost to the max rage percent now, which means that Mr. Elsa could kill at any moment. What is happening with the Hydrant right there? That was so confusing. Mr. Elsa locking in, getting Hikari to the max rage percent now. Mr. Elsa using Hydrant as a safe landing once again. And that'll be it. Oh, does not get the proper angle there on that grab, and that probably would have done it right there for Mr. Elsa. However, Hikari still finding himself at 165%. And the down air. Let's go, Mr. Elsa clutching out that set 2-1. Alrighty, that officially sets Gilbert Christian High School up to beat Biff right here. Oh man. Man, why am I the... What? What? I don't know what happened, but we had a little bit of technical difficulties there. I think everyone popped off just a little bit too much. Oh, that's a little bit confusing. So hang tight, guys. I'm going to blind the stream here as we set things back up. Oh, whoops. Yeah, so while we put the code back in, I'm going to blind the screen here. So we are still here live on stream. We just need to get back into the arena here.
Step into the ring.
All right. That is a long character name right there. However, I'm able to barely fit it in our scoreboard for you guys. So I already know that we're going to be fighting Pokemon Trainer because Biff is a pro Pokemon Trainer player. Now, I kind of like my chances against Biff. I don't know. I've never fought him before, but I'm feeling very confident right now. So I'm going to carry that confidence into this match and wish me luck.
Choose your fighter. Young Link. Ready? Three, two, one, go! Pokemon Trainer wins!
You can do it!
3, 2, 1, go!
Alrighty, guys. So we just had a little bit of a discussion about what's going on with this right now, but our safety net is now gone. This is it. One more set and we're out of the season. So Mr. also looking to beat Hikari's Joker once again, so I will update that on the scoreboard now. For you guys. And if he does that, that will give me one more chance to beat Biff's Pokemon trainer. Alrighty, here we go. Arsene now active. I can't help but just watch this game, man. This is so intense. I actually have to commentate this too, which is the worst part. Mr. also getting up aired a bunch. It is now at 93% for himself. He definitely has to lock in against Hikari here, but wrong DI. He DIs in instead of out there, and that makes Mr. also lose his first stock a lot earlier than everyone would have hoped here. And especially with Arsene still active, Mr. also needing to lock in for sure. Mr. also with Bell in hand. That could have been it right there. However, Hikari is able to shield the Bell and keep Mr. Elsa in somewhat of a disadvantage / neutral state here. Here goes Mr. Elsa charging up Galaxia, trying to find something that could get a kill here. Mr. Elsa racking up even more percent. Here comes Apple. Mr. Elsa getting 104% on Hikari already. At 122%, Hikari is definitely entered into the critical percent now. Mr. Elsa, however, needing to face Hikari's Arsene that is just activated right now. This will be a very dangerous time for Mr. Elsa as he tries to get Arsene out of here without suffering too much percent. Hikari, however, racking up a bunch of extra credit, already 48% to his name on Mr. Elsa's second stock. These players are so evenly matched right here. I can already expect there to be yet another game number 3 here inside of this set. However, Mr. also taking that first stock, just getting himself warmed up once again, which is definitely a very good sign for him. Mr. also with Galaxian in hand. This could be very bad for Hikari. However, Hikari pairing all of those moves and getting Mr. Elsa still to 50% here. And Mr. Elsa finally answering back with 11.3% of his own. However, he still needs to lock in against Hikari because he still has 40% to make up here. Mr. Elsa at 71%. And the percent is still racking up actually for Mr. Elsa. Hikari not able to get as many explosive combos as he was getting earlier on. However, he is able to get a lot of percent here. Oh, that was a very bad confirm there for Mr. Elsa. But Arsene enabled right now here for Hikari. This is very dangerous for Mr. Elsa. That could have been very bad right there. A smash attack would have definitely killed there for Hikari on Mr. Elsa's second stock. However, Mr. Elsa trying to get Arsene out of here before he loses that stock, which is what happened. I don't know what to say. Okay, that was really close there, but Mr. Elsa barely able to survive Hikari's Arsene Joker right there. And he is able to get him back to regular form Joker. And Mr. Elsa with key in hand, he is trying to get a nice stock here going for himself. Mr. Elsa spacing perfectly with that forward air of his. Mr. Elsa holding on to key. And key is used up right there. That was a very good key. And Hikari is left at 98%, almost at the critical percent there. Hikari barely able to survive that ledge trap situation. Something that Pac-Man thrives at. Both these players evening out these percents here. However, Mr. Elsa finding himself in disadvantage here once again. Hikari almost with Arsene enabled 2/3 of the way there. Mr. Elsa using the threat of key to his advantage here, which is a very good job for him, and especially being in max rage now, he can find himself an early kill option, which he has done many times in the past here at this game. Really good key there coming from Mr. Elsa, however, that does enable Arsene. Arsene is now active, but it does not stay active for long. Mr. Elsa reading the forward tilt with his own forward smash. And that definitely will not kill for Hikari. Mr. Elsa needing to lock in and get some percent here. Only 18 extra credit to his name so far. Mr. Elsa able to bring things back all the way from the depths here. And he needs this game number 1, especially if things go similarly to how they went inside the last game. However, Mr. Elsa, 178, is still trying to be cautious here. Got a little bit of a speed boost there from the hydrant water. And there we go. There is that extra credit he's looking for. However, the foretail on the ledge will catch that neutral get up. And Mr. Elsa finally using his spawn immunity platform to get some stalling there on Arsene, which is very smart coming from Mr. Elsa, and that forward smash will kill the hydrant, which ends up hitting Hikari's Joker. And hydrant once again will make Arsene disable for the moment, and Mr. Elsa with the door wide open to get a kill confirm for his own. Mr. Elsa trying to end it off there with the forward smash, does not quite get it. However, Mr. Elsa getting the forward tilt, sending Hikari into the critical percent now. Here comes Mr. Elsa, 105% now for Joker, as Mr. Elsa is trying to get through here with all of his confirms. Bell almost working there for Mr. Elsa, but Bell in hand, this could be the game. No, that's not it! That's almost it right there. Mr. Elsa almost ending off that game right there with some nice streaks. However, Arsene is now active for Hikari. This could be very dangerous for Mr. Elsa, especially with seeing how these early kills happened earlier. But a nice read on that side B with that apple is able to get Mr. Elsa game number 1. Oh, whoops, I was so excited about this game that I forgot to input Mr. Elsa inside of the scoreboard, so that is now reflected in the scoreboard. Mr. Elsa definitely adapting well inside of that game number 1 of set number 2 versus these two, and he is able to clutch out that game number 1. Already, here we go. They're back on the same stage again. Man, these two just don't like change here, and that is obvious as they've been on only 2 stages inside of the 5 games that they have played against each other so far. However, Hikari immediately getting that 11% off on Mr. Elsa, and that is keeping him in a disadvantageous state here. But here comes Mr. Elsa, definitely locking in here on these games, trying to get 13% so far for him, brought back by hitting Joker for 13%. Now, after being in a relatively long stalemate here, these two players have finally seen some percent for each other, as Mr. Elsa is able to get 52% already on Hikari's Joker as we get into 1 minute time elapsed inside of this game number 2. Man, I'm so tired, bro. So much commentating for playoffs. Alrighty, here comes Arsene though. Mr. Elsa needing to lock in for sure now. Orange actually almost snipes Joker. That would have been really good for Mr. Elsa. And that's it right there. Bang! Let's go, Mr. Elsa. He is able to get that sweet, sweet bell confirmed there. And with that, Mr. Elsa is able to get only 53% damage suffered to himself and an entire stock suffered to Hikari. Both of these players playing a very passive neutral, which is what I've noticed. Mr. Elsa trying to, maybe oversetting just a little bit, trying to get something going here. But he is actually getting something going, especially with Arsene being enabled now, 55% already for Joker, as Arsene is getting eaten up by the fact that Joker is getting hit over and over again. Mr. Elsa definitely extending this advantage to as long as possible. Arsene disabling for the moment. However, it will be back for sure. I can almost guarantee it, as Mr. Elsa is trying to find the stock against Joker. But here comes Galaxian, keeping Joker out of Mr. Elsa's face. That's very smart for him. However, the force smash will not work for Hikari, and Mr. Elsa continues to push his advantage state to the max here, as we see 128% for Hikari already, almost at max rage as well. However, Arsene will almost be back, like I said earlier, and Arsene is now back! Mr. Elsa definitely needing to lock in. However, Hikari is eating up that valuable Arsene time by staying on the ledge here, and Mr. Elsa is also hitting Joker as well, so he is not able to get any confirms here, and that B-reverse key is able to seal out another stock on Hikari. That is very good for Mr. Elsa, and we continue to push advantage here. GCHS looking to make things 2-2 here, with Mr. Elsa getting Joker to this final stock. Here comes Mr. Elsa. Patiently waiting to see what happens. Oh, actually the side B will kill. That was very interesting for Mr. Elsa. However, he is still a stock in the lead. Arsene putting in some good work for Hikari finally after all this time that he's wasted with Arsene, because he has been in disadvantage all the time he has had with Arsene, and that is a very valuable time as well. However, Mr. Elsa not able to find much percent here since he lost his stock. Hikari able to make a good comeback with this Arsene. However, Mr. Elsa getting 54% on Joker. Both these players are even percent. However, the only difference is that Mr. Elsa is on 2 stocks while Hikari is on 1 stock. And that is very good for Gilbert Christian High School. However, here comes Mr. Elsa getting 64% already on Hikari. Bell in hand. Really good job reading that shield with a grab. That was very smart coming from Mr. Elsa. The orange will also put in some good work here. Mr. Elsa getting the hydrant broken, and Arsene will be active. This could be very dangerous for Mr. Elsa. Mr. Elsa is at the peak cheese percent here for a Joker kill confirm, which is very dangerous for him. However, the hydrant will kill! What a great read there. Reading out that counter, and the hydrant snipes Hikari from across the stage. Really good games to Hikari and Mr. Elsa. That was some of the best gameplay I've seen the entire season. A swift 2-0 for these two players. However, things are not over yet. Okay guys, so now I am up. Alright, against Biff once again, so we will see me versus Pokemon Trainer, and this is it. Whoever wins this set is moving on to the playoffs, and whoever loses this set is losing the entire season, which is absolutely devastating for anybody who's entered into this situation here. Bro, I want to go so bad, dude. Okay.
choose your fighter. Young Link. Ready? Three, two, one, go! Game! Pokemon Trainer
Everyone did great!
wins! Ready?
You can do
Three, two, one, go!
Well, after a very close last match against Spiff, it turns out that our team is now out for the entire season. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching all of our streams. And at least, even if we did win this would be our last stream of the season for the spring season. So thank you so much for sticking us out this year. next year, it turns out that Mr. Elso will be graduating, so it looks like me, Elf, and Street Dragon will be our varsity next year for any of you guys who are curious. So there's that. I don't know what to say, bro. That was so close. But I mean, all it takes is one loss. We went 14-1 for the season, which was really insane. We were able to pull out a lot of close games, get some great clips on the stream. It was honestly a great year, and I would have not had it any other way. So with that, I'm signing off for the season. However, don't stop watching our channel during the summer break, because even something as soon as tomorrow, I will be playing inside of a tournament. I will be streaming on this YouTube channel, and it's a nice way to conclude the season, because you'll see a bunch of people that we fought during the season face each other. So you'll see people like White Chocolate Will, who else, Roblox Ka, a bunch of people from the tournament you guys may have not seen, and also just some people we fought before. So you'll see all of them fight each other in a nice bracket, and that's a great way to conclude the season here, is a little last celebration on the YouTube channel. So make sure you check in for that tomorrow. We'll be starting the stream at about 1 p.m. MST. And yeah, I can't say it anymore. Thank you so much for watching this season, and I guess we'll catch you in the next season.